Anisogamete. Gamete, Greek, anisos plus gamos, marriage. A gamete that differs considerably in size and structure from the one with which it unites, as the microgamete and microgamete of certain sporozoa. Compare heterogamete, isogamete, plus anisogametic, adjective, and anisoga, anisogamy, 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 sexual conjugation of gametes that are of unequal size and structure, as in certain thallophytes and sporozoa. Compare heterogamy, isogamy, anisogamous, adjective, anisognathic, anisognatic, anisognathic, anisognathic, anisognatic, anisognathic. Greek, anisos plus nathos, jaw, gnathos, nathos, jaw. Pertaining to an abnormal condition in which the maxillary and the mandibula arches or jaws are of significantly different sizes in the same individual. Anisokaryosis. 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 Significant variation in the size of the nucleus of cells of the same general type. Anisokaryotic, adjective. Anisomastia. 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 A condition in which one female breast is much larger than the other. Anisometrophia. Anisometropia. 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 And anisometropia. Greek, anisos plus metron, measure, ops, eye. An abnormal ocular condition characterized by a difference in the refractive powers of the eye. Anisopia. 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 A condition in which the visual power of one eye is greater than that of the other. Anisopiasis. 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 Greek, anisos, unequal, piasis, pressure. A condition of unequal arterial blood pressure on the two sides of the body. Anisotropine methylbromide. Anisotropine methylbromide. Anisotropine. Anisotropine. Anisotropine methylbromide. methyl methylbride. Methylbromide. Methylbromide. methyl methylbromide. An anticholinergic. An anticholinergic. An anticholinergic anticholinergic, Aniticholinergic, anticholinergic. Indication: it is prescribed as an adjunctive therapy in the treatment of peptic ulcer. Contraindications: glaucoma, obstructive uropathy, obstructive conditions of the GI tract, paralytic ileus, intestinal atony, unstable cardiovascular status, an acute hemorrhage, severe ulcerative colitis or toxic megacolon, complicated complicating ulcerative colitis, or myasthenia gravis prohibits its use. Adverse effects. Among the most serious adverse reactions are blurred vision, tachycardia, mydriasis, cycloplegia, impotence, mental confusion, urinary retention, constipation, allergic reaction, and urticaria. Inca, an ancient Egyptian symbol of life. It resembles a cross with a loop instead of the top beam. Inca, Ankh, Inca, ink, 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 Ankh, ink, Ankh, an ancient Egyptian symbol of life. It resembles a cross with a loop instead of the top beam. Ankle, Ankle, ankle. The joint of the tibia and fibula of the leg with the talus of the foot, the part of the leg where the joint is located. Ankle arm index, the ankle brachial index. Ankle bandage, a figure of eight bandage looped, a figure of eight bandage looped under the sole of the foot and around the ankle. The heel may be covered or left exposed, although covering is preferable because it prevents window edema. Ankle bone, see talus. Ankle brachial index, ABI. The ratio of ankle systolic blood pressure to arm systolic blood pressure. It is calculated by dividing the highest ankle pressure for each foot by the highest of two brachial artery pressures, also called ankle arm index. AAI, ankle clonus, an involuntary tendon reflex that causes repeated flexion and extension of the foot. It may be caused by pressure on the foot or corticospinal disease. Ankle foot orthosis, AFO, any of a variety of protective external devices that can be applied to the ankle area to prevent injury in high-risk athletic activity, to protect a previous injury, such as a sprain, or to compensate for chronic joint instability. Ankle joint. Anklo plus Latin jungere, to join. A synovial hinge joint between the leg and the foot. The rounded malleolar prominences on each side of the joint form a mortise for the upper surface of the talus. Tibia, medial ligaments, plantar calcaneovicular ligament, plantar, plantar, calcane, calcaneovicular, calcaneovicular, calcaneovicular ligament, 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 short plantar ligament, calcaneal tendon, talus, calcaneus, calcaneal tendon, talus, calcaneus. calcaneal tendon, talus, calcaneus, tibia, medial ligaments, plantar calcano, calcano and avicular ligament, plantar calcaneo, navicular ligament, short plantar ligament, short plantar ligament, calcaneus, talus, calcaneal tendon, calcaneal, calcaneal, calcaneal tendon, tendon. Anorectal abscess, common sites. Pelvirectal abscess, perineal abscess, anal crypt, openings of the anorectal fistulas, ischiorectal abscess, submucosal abscess. Anodyne, Greek a plus odyne, not pain, a drug that relieves or lessens pain. Compare analgesic. Anomal, combining form meaning uneven, deviation from normal or irregular. Anomalopia, anomalous, anomaly. Greek anomalous, irregular. 1. Deviation from what is regarded as normal. 2. Congenital malformation, such as the absence of a limb or the presence of an extra finger. Anomalous, adjective. Anomia, Greek a plus onoma, without name, a form of aphasia characterized by the inability to name objects caused by a lesion in the temporal lobe of the brain. Anomie, 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 a state of apathy, alienation, anxiety, personal disorientation, and distress, resulting from the loss of social norms and goals previously valued. Also spelled aonomy, anoopsia, Greek ana ops eye, a strabismus in which one or both eyes are deviated upward, also called hypertropia. Anopheles, Greek anopheles, harmful, a genus of mosquito, many species of which transmit malaria, causing parasites to humans. See also malaria, plasmodium. Anopia, Greek a plus ops, not eye, blindness resulting from a defect in or the absence of one or both eyes. Anopia, anopsia, 1. Suffix meaning condition involving no noose or arrested development of the eye. Hemianopia, quadrantanopsia. 2. Suffix meaning condition of defective color vision. Cyanopia, tritanopia, anoplasty, Latin anus plus Greek plastine, to shape, a restorative operation on the anus. Anopsia, cyanopia, anorchia, or anorchia, Greek a plus orchis, not testes, congenital absence of one or both testes, also called anorchism. Anorectal, Latin anus plus rectus, straight, pertaining to the anal and the rectal portions of the large intestine. Anorectal abscess, Latin anus plus rectus, straight, abscedere, to go away. An abscess in the area of the anus and rectum, see also abscess. Anorectal stricture, Latin anus plus rectus, straight, strictura, compression, a narrowing of the anorectal canal. It is sometimes congenital, but also may result from surgery to correct a fissure or to remove hemorrhoids. Anorectic, 1. Pertaining to anorexia, 2. Lacking appetite, 3. Causing a loss of appetite as an anorexian drug, and also anorectos, anorexiant, anorexic, anorexia, Greek a plus orexis, not appetite. Lack or loss of appetite resulting in the inability to eat. The condition may result from poorly prepared or unattractive food or surroundings, unfavorable company, or various physical and psychological causes. Compares pseudoanorexia. See also anorexia nervosa. Anorexia nervosa, a disorder characterized by a prolonged refusal to eat, resulting in emaciation, amenorrhea, emotional disturbance concerning body image, and fear of becoming obese. The condition is seen primarily in adolescents, predominantly in girls, and is usually associated with emotional stress or conflict, such as anxiety, irritation, anger, and fear, which may accompany a major change in the person's life. Treatment consists of measures to improve nourishment, followed by therapy to overcome the underlying emotional conflicts. Anorexiant, a drug or other agent that suppresses the appetite, such as amphetamine, diethylpropion, phenfluramine, and mazinidol. See also anorectic. Anorexic, see anorectic. Anorgasmy, failure to achieve orgasm. And northopia, a visual disorder in which straight lines appear to be curved or angular. The person also may have a diminished perception of symmetry. Anostigmoidoscopy, a procedure in which an endoscope is used for direct examination of the lining of the anus, rectum, and sigmoid colon. Anosmia, Greek a plus osmi, without smell, loss or impairment of the sense of smell. It usually occurs as a temporary condition resulting from a head cold or respiratory infection, or when intranasal swelling or other obstruction prevents odors from reaching the olfactory region. It becomes a permanent condition when the olfactory neural epithelium or any part of the olfactory nerve is destroyed as a result of intracranial trauma. Neoplasms or disease such as atrophic rhinitis or the chronic rhinitis associated with the granulomatous diseases. In some instances, the condition may be caused by psychological factors such as phobia or fear associated with a particular smell. Kinds of anosmia include anosmia gustatoria and preferential anosmia, also called anosphresia, olfactory anesthesia, anosmatic, anosmic adjective. Anosmia gustatoria, the inability to smell foods. Anosmia gustatoria, the inability to smell foods. Anosmia gustatoria, the inability to smell foods. Anosmia, anosmia, anosmia gustatoria, 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 the inability to smell foods. Anosmic, Greek a plus osmi, without smell, pertaining to a loss of the sense of smell. Anosognosia, Greek a plus gnosis, not disease. Gnosis, knowing. Lack of awareness or denial of a neurologic defect, especially paralysis on one side of the body. It may be attributable to a lesion in the right parietal lobe of the brain. Anosphasia, see anosmia. Anotia, 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 Greek a without os, ear, a congenital absence of one or both ears. ANOVA, abbreviation for analysis of variance. Anovaginal, a Latin anus plus vagina sheath, pertaining to the perineal region of the anus and vagina. Anovesicule, vesicle, Latin anus plus vesicula, small bladder, pertaining to the anus and bladder. Anovular, Greek a not ovulum, pertaining to menstrual discharge not associated with the production or release of an ovum. Anovular menstruation, Greek a plus ovulum, not egg, menstrual bleeding that occurs although ovulation has not taken place. The ovum either remains within the follicle and undergoes degeneration, or in rare cases becomes impregnated, resulting in an ovarian pregnancy. Anovulation, failure of the ovaries to produce mature or release eggs. The condition may be a result of ovarian immaturity or post-maturity of altered ovarian function, as in pregnancy, the lactation of primary ovarian dysfunction, as in ovarian dysgenesis, or of disturbance of the interaction of the hypothalamus, pituitary gland, and ovary, caused by stress or disease. Hormonal contraceptives prevent conception by suppressing ovulation. Anovulation may be an adverse side effect of medications prescribed in the treatment of other disorders. Anovulatory, anov, anovulatory, adjective. Anoxemia, a deficiency of oxygen in the blood, also spelled anoxemia. See hypoxia. Anoxia, Greek a plus oxis, not sharp, an abnormal condition characterized by lack of oxygen. Anoxia may be local or systemic. It may result from an inadequate supply of oxygen to the respiratory system or from an inability of the blood to carry oxygen to the tissues, as an anemic anoxia, or of the tissues to absorb the oxygen from the circulation, as an histotoxic anoxia. Kinds of anoxia include cerebral anoxia and stagnant anoxia. See also hypoxemia, hypoxia, anoxic, adjective, and suffix meaning ing, penetrans, proliferans, ansa, plural ansae, Latin handle, and anatomy, a loop-like structure resembling a curved handle of a vase. Ansa cervicalis, one of three loops of nerves of the cervical plexus, branches of which innervate the infrahyoid muscle, also called ansa hypoglossi. Anserin, suffix designating a serotonin antagonist. Answer system, a pattern of questionnaires for studying developmental defects in children. ANSI, abbreviation for American National Standards Institute. See anti-abuse, trademark for an enzyme inhibitor, anticholinergic agent, disulfiram. Antacid, Greek anti, against, acidus, sour. 1. Opposing acidity. 2. A drug or dietary substance that buffers, neutralizes, or absorbs hydrochloric acid in the stomach. Non-systemic antacids containing aluminum and calcium are constipating. Those containing magnesium have a laxative effect. Systemic antacids such as sodium bicarbonate may cause alkalosis. Antagonism, Greek antagonisma, struggle. 1. Inhibiting action between physiologic processes such as muscle actions. An example in the opposition between the biceps and triceps of the arm. The biceps flexes the arm while the triceps extends it. 2. Opposing action of drugs. Antagonist, antagonist, antagonist. Greek antagonisma, struggle. 1. One who contends with or is opposed to another. 2. In physiology, any agent such as a drug or muscle that exerts an opposite action to that of another, or competes for the same receptor sites. Kinds of antagonists include an antimetabolite associated antagonist, direct antagonist, and narcotic antagonist. Compare agonist, 3. In dentistry, a tooth in the upper jaw that articulates during mastication or occlusion with a tooth in the lower jaw. Antagonistic adjective, antagonize verb. Antagonistic reflexes, Greek antagonisma plus Latin reflector, to bend back. 2 or more reflexes initiated at the same time that produce opposite effects. The most adaptive or persistent response occurs. Antagonize, the antagonist. Anti, prefix meaning before in time or in place. Antiflexon, antipartal. Anticardium, see epigastric region. Antecedent, Latin antecedentum, a thing or period that precedes others in time or order. Antecubital, Latin ante before cubitum, elbow, in front of the elbow, at the end of the elbow. Antecubital, 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 Latin ante before, ante before, ante before, cubitum, elbow, antecubital, in front of the elbow, at the bend of the elbow. Antecubital, in front of the elbow, at the bend of the elbow. Antecubital fossa, Latin ante before, cubitum, elbow, fossa, ditch, a depression at the bend of the elbow. Anticurvature, a slight degree of antiflexion and forward curvature. Antifebrile, see antipyretic. Anteflexion, Latin anti plus flexter, bend, an abnormal position in which an organ is tilted acutely forward, folded over on itself. Antigonial notch, Latin antigonial angle, a depression or concavity commonly present at the junction of the ramus and the mandible, near the attachment of the anterior margin of the masseter. Antegrade, Latin ante before grady, to go, moving forward or proceeding towards the front. Also called anterograde. Antel, combining form designating or anthelmintic. Antemortem, see Latin ante before more's death, before death. Antenatal, see prenatal. Antenatal care, see antepartal care. Antenatal diagnosis, see prenatal diagnosis. Antepartal, Latin ante plus parturar, to have labor pains pertaining to the period spanning conception and labor.